Welcome back to another episode of FC Mobile Season 20 Manager Mode, and this is the Season 20 review. But we do have one tactic to show you, and now that we've kind of finished making that tactic per se, we're just kind of doing little updates to the tactic. And as you guys can see, these little updates have been working. We've gone ourselves all the way up to Legendary 2. I'm gonna stop right here because I know I'm gonna get relegated and I don't have enough. I don't think there's enough time for me to actually get back up to this division. So this is probably the highest we've been. And to be fair, we gave it a good run. You look at the rating, I think it's probably the highest we've ever had in any season. So that's one positive, and I think next season we're gonna we're gonna get into FC Champion. I can promise you that. That one I can promise you, but we're probably going to go back to our similar tactics that we used in previous seasons of getting to FC Champion, and I'll talk more about that in the season preview. But for the most part, the tactics very similar. Very similar. I don't think we've made any changes. Build-up wise, I think this is all the same. I don't think there's anything wrong with build-up. Again, speed 2, passing 1, attacking and free. You can differ between speed 1 and speed 2. Speed 3, if you're looking to play on the counter, but I would suggest playing speed 1 and speed 2. Again, I'll always keep re-emphasizing, controlled attacking is what we're looking for here. Going toward the offensive side of things, I don't think we touched this one yet. We didn't really touch this quite yet, so it's the same as before. Passing 2, cross and shooting 1, positioning free. Again, just allows our players to go up and down the pitch a little bit easier. Overall, pretty good. You could put passing to 3, but ideally you want it in that 2 to 3 range. Shooting can also vary, just depends on if you have good long shot takers in your team, then yeah, you can definitely have that shooting at 2 or 3, but for our offense and for our formation, it works best at 1. And then finally, defensive, we've made some changes, obviously. The biggest one is our width. Aggression, we're still working through right now. Attacking 2 is doing the thing. We haven't, but for first off, pressure 3. This defense is going to concede a lot more goals than you would like, per se, but you will score a lot more goals. I'll show you some of my recent matches. In terms of the scorelines, you can kind of get a gist of, what's happening in these matches. But yeah, pressure 3, right? So a little bit of a high line. You guys are going to press. If you win the ball back, that's great. But again, if you don't, you're going to allow a lot more runners to go through on goal. So aggressive, risky, but does pay off in the long run. And as you guys can see, you look at that, which, as you guys can see, sometimes, like in the second match, keep a clean sheet, but other times you're looking at 2-3 goals. But then you look down here, it's a little bit better, but again, we're conceding goals, but you look at the goals we're scoring, we're nearly averaging 2 goals a match. Majority of games we are scoring. I think, only 2 games we didn't score. Again, tough teams. But, most of the time we are scoring 2, at least 1 goal. If you want to see possession-wise, just basis of, 63 possession. Even our losses, keep 50 there. Keep 55. Pass accuracy as well. Just going over a little bit of how we play in these matches. So yeah. So you can see these tactics pretty good. They're working against guys who are in FC Champion, and our rating is good enough to get an FC Champion. It's just that we didn't really hit our stride till late in the season. So, as you guys can see, pretty good. But Again, like I said, it is a season review, so let's kind of go over the player stats because season 20 was a historic season in many ways. The first being that we scored the most goals in a season. We scored, I want to say, 1,777 goals that we recorded. So at least that I have record on. 1,077 goals. That's pretty impressive. I mean, shattered our previous record by over 100 goals. So yeah, as you guys can see, this team, and to be fair, this is a defensive lineup to say. So definitely being able to get a lot more goals out of this lineup is pretty rare. A lot of teams that use this are gonna play a little bit more defensive. And head to head, it's a little bit harder to score at this formation. But in manager mode, we've been able to make something out of it. But let's go player by player. We'll go through the ratings, maybe a little bit of their goals and whatnot. But Van der Sar, again, a little bit better than last season, 6.25. One thing to note, every performer here had a better performance than last season. So in terms of comparing it to last season ratings, in those positions, we found overall it was better, which is a good sign of improvement. Again, that's what you want to see in your team. Van der Sar, average is 6.25. Again, it's not great, but for the way we play, pretty good. One thing to note, he did make history. I'm so mad I forgot to record the video of it. But he scored a header. I don't remember I think it was an equalizer. I want to say, I think it was an equalizer. Late equalizer, but yeah. He's the first goalkeeper to score a goal for us. So that was one thing that we found very funny. But moving on, you have, we're going to go with our right back, Mike Khan, who, not really the greatest season, 11 goals, 61 assists. Had a rating of 6.32 or 6.4. Better, not necessarily what we're looking for. But at this point, I think we'll take it. Season 21, again, everything's going to be a lot more stable. Our tactics aren't going to fluctuate as much. So I actually do expect a lot of these ratings to go up. So, next up, Desali, again, good season for him, I guess. 15 goals, 8 assists. One thing I will say about him is he's getting replaced. I'm just going to be brutally honest. He's not going to be here next season. He is the one change we're making. So that tells you about all you need to know in terms of what I think is best for the squad. Eventually, there's a couple more guys that could get replaced. But in terms of next season, he will be the only guy getting replaced. At least for now. But yeah. Desali won't be here. He's done pretty well at the club. I mean, I think he's the highest scoring center back. Let me check really fast. Yeah. He's the highest scoring defender. Yeah. 66 goals for his career. I mean, he's been good. He's been good, but again, I think just naturally with how the game's been progressing, you kind of need, you don't necessarily need a bigger center back. Because, funny enough, the guy we're bringing in isn't actually bigger than him. The guy we're bringing is smaller than him. But he is very high overall, and he does have insane pace for a center back. So it kind of gives you a hint of who we're bringing in. He might also happen to be from the same nation as Desali as well. And we're looking forward to it because his partner Saliba had a great, for him, I would say a good campaign as well. 21 goals, 5 assists. I want to say he had, I think, a rating of 6.33. Yeah. 6.33 again. Solid as a center back. He did get on a lot of headers toward the end. I think we really found something with the headers with Saliba and really started to be more aerially dominant, and that's what we need. Moving on to Davies. Again, Davies. does what he does, heavily involved in the attack, 21 goals, 79 assists. I think 6.42 as his rating. I mean, he's a machine just going up and down this pitch. I mean, in terms of letbacks with the versatility of Davies, you're not going to find many more that have as good a versatility as he does. His height as well. He can win headers. But yeah, overall solid season. Now again, making his debut, Ricard, and he had one heck of a season, to say the least. 74 goals, 111 assists, and he had a rating of 6.6. I mean, just a beast. He was a beast. I mean, defensively, tracking back, winning duels. This guy was a machine. I mean, and even getting to the attacking third, he was able to finish off some chances as well. 74 goals is a lot. I think it's more than Rodri ever scored. So, yeah, I mean, just a beast of a center back. Now, looking at our midfield pairing, well, technically Ricard's part of the midfield. Doesn't really play it a lot of the times. He's either really forward in the pitch or playing as a defender. So it's interesting. He doesn't really stay in the midfield too often, but two people who do stay in the midfield are Matthias and Pirlo. And we'll speak on Matthias first because it's, again, another debut season. Funny enough, he scored a hat trick at one point, so that was pretty good for him. But yeah, more consistent. I think he's probably the most consistent player we had. I mean, 235 goals, 224 assists as well, and he had a rating of 6.83. Funny enough, both center mids had a rating of 6.83. But Pirlo didn't have that GA. I mean, Pirlo only 178, 206 assists. But when I tell you he runs the midfield. I mean, you talk about a guy who simply does it all. This Pirlo card might be one of the most underrated cards in this game. I mean, it's not necessarily very physical. Defending-wise, not necessarily great, but he runs the midfield. I don't know what it is about that card. I mean, passing-wise, dictates the pace, controls everything. He can score when you need him to. He gets back on defense, even with as low as physicality he does. He wins so many duels. I mean, he genuinely is one of the perfect center mids. I'm actually really excited if we can get his CDM card in the new event that's coming in soon. I know he's getting a 107 card. If we can get that Pirlo, I think we're going to be in good shape for this. But moving up to our big three, our attacking three, is what I like to call them, and they delivered. Let me tell you that. When we talk about goals and we talk about how this is a defensive lineup, these three carry the attack. We're starting off with Hamsik, and I mean, he had 2 hat tricks, 283 goals, 288 assists, and I think a rating of 6.92. Yeah, 6.92. I mean, this guy. Creative genius. I mean, he's what you want in number 10. Did it all. I mean, assist-wise, kind of inflated. I will say it's inflated because he took corners, but that probably won't be the case next season. But, I mean, there's so much I could say. But, I mean, even if you watch back the matches, you'll see he was definitely one of our creative geniuses on the pitch. Didn't really have bad games. I mean, always found a way to create something. Now, moving on to the attack. And we'll start off with the debut. Because the debut what a deep debut season. Debut season, he had 10 hat tricks, 2 games where he scored 4 goals or more. I think he might have had 1 of 5. But, I mean, starting off your debut, setting the record for the most goals scored in a season. And even Henry broke his own record. I think Henry broke his record of most goals scored as well. But Cruyff, I mean, 473 goals. I think he averaged like a goal. I think his goal to game ratio is less than 3. So I mean, I think both of our strikers were less than 3. They were insane. Cruyff, 473 goals, 277 assists, a match rating, average rating of 7.11. He is not only your golden boot, and your player of the month. This guy was insane. Let me tell you, I mean, insane card. This striker, he genuinely just dominated creativity, whether it was scoring goals, assisting, holding up play, he could do it all. What a card. I was kind of skeptical because I didn't know if the pace was enough. But man, oh man, his dribbling, I mean, he does it all. And then finally we get to Thierry Henry. And, I mean, he had a great season himself. 465 goals, 252 assists. And he had an average rating of 7.06. Again, great season from him. I mean, in terms of running the channels, he had 7 hat tricks, 1 goal with 4. 1 match with 4 goals. I mean, again, he was another guy, kind of didn't start blooming till later on in the season, but when it comes down to it, he always finds a way through defenses. He can unlock. He's got a power shot on him too as well. He can hit it from distance as well, but his pace just makes him a demon. I mean, his pace just kills defensive, man. He was able to exploit that. But yeah, there you have it. Season 20 in the bag. Probably our best season, even though we didn't reach FC champion in terms of performance-wise. Best season, but I'll tell you what, season 21 is going to be an interesting one because I think there's going to be a lot of interesting changes. Well, there could be a lot of interesting changes. We'll see. But anyways, that's it for this season. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in season 21. Peace.